reporter. How is that recording, and now that you're going to be in the game a lot more than even in just the My Career Story?
Up next, the Knicks taking on the Rockets. For the New York Knicks, they've been playing well. They've won 4 of their last 5, dictating the pace night in and night out. They look to continue their style of play with another win here tonight. Rockets, Knicks, tip-off coming right up. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony. We have David Aldridge on our sideline. And our special guest tonight, welcoming in Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, Kevin, man, great to be here. I hate being up in that studio sometimes. I love it down here,
we
man.
We need you courtside.
Oh,
we
man,
need you
it feels
courtside.
so much better being with you guys and the other two.
DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Teams are playing me for the pass. I just try to make the best play, and whether that's scoring or passing, every game is different. Kevin, back to you.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, with the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 offensive player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrink.
I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett Knox are the wingmen. Junior's out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Peyton in at the 1. And for the Rockets, they've got Christian Wood. Harden out there with Wall. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's House in at the 3.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront.
He's a participant of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
I think they took bad twos just as much as they take bad threes. I mean, I'll never forget my college coach said, I had a teammate took a shot. It was a bad shot. And I got on him about it. And the coach looked at me and he said, hey, you don't yell at our shooting guard. He said, I never met a player that took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me, because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right. Wall. House, the pass to Cousins. Rocket 6. And Harden with the stop.
A very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Passes to Barrett. Some nice passing by New York here, and the basket is good. That's 7 points for Junior.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Nowadays, it seems, less dominant centers than in the past decades of NBA basketball. Kenny, you played alongside some of the great big men, including Hakeem Olajuwon. You think he'd be less or more effective in today's game?
More effective, because his value would be easily shown. Because he would get more touches. There's more possessions in the NBA game now. He had ball handling skills, and he had the mid-range jump shot, so which means all he had to do was step backwards and take the threes. We used to play around and have shooting contests after practice. He would win some of those three-point shooting contests, but never took them in the game.
The difference is his skill set translates. Like, it wouldn't be as, I don't think some of our other great bigs would be as good. The guys who were purely post players, because the reason would be they got to guard the pick and roll now. Yeah. And in this era, they don't bail you out, the bigs, by letting you just go and hang out in the paint. You got to play outside that three-point line 80, 90 possessions a game.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Rockets. 9-point game. Wall with another miss.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Kenny, when you first came into the NBA, your coach was one of the all-time greats, Bill Russell in Sacramento, coaching that time the Kings. Was it intimidating for you at all?
Yes. It wasn't intimidating because of his basketball stature. I was more intimidated because of his social consciousness stature, of who he was as, you know, knowing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and that I was like, whoa. He was telling me stories so casually. So, you know, Martin and I, like Martin Luther King.
Lawrence?
He's like, Malcolm and I, Malcolm in the middle? No, Malcolm X. I'm like, wow, that blew my mind.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Daniel House. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. Rivers comes in for Peyton. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harden kicks the Wall. Another miss by Houston.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Rockets trail by 11. Shot to stop the run. Kept alive. Outside Gordon. Jacks up a three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, Gordon has always been a guy who can knock down the three, and his attempts increased significantly, though, when he headed to Houston, and he is rock solid from deep.
Well, we see rookies like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton who chose to play in the Australian League rather than college basketball. Kenny, is something you would have ever considered had you been in the shoe?
Well, no, I don't think I would have ever been in this because my thought process would have been totally different. But I do understand how some players will opt for that option, but also it's taking a huge gamble. And, you know, it's going to probably work out for these two talented young players.
And the reality is most of the guys that have done that, it didn't benefit. Because what people don't factor in is you're a young kid, you're going to live in a foreign country, different culture, you're going to be around people you don't know. And generally, you don't get to play the game you played in high school because you're not the focal point. So it is a tremendous risk. And most people don't get to see you play until you get to the league.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team.
You played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding 3?
Game-deciding 3. Steph Curry's number 1. Klay Thompson's number 2. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
Ooh, what about Dame Lillard?
I'm sorry, Dame Lillard number 3. And then Trae.
Say, wait,
Steph, Klay,
Lillard.
Game-winning 3, not off the dribble.
Hey,
It's
Kevin
wild.
and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a three to get to the finals.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game
Yeah.
and in those series. All out there with Harden. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's House in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Pacers, was terrific. He scored 36 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this.
Mind the lanes.
Feels
Mind the
confident
lanes.
that he can build
One
on
shot.
that prior success.
Free throw good from Harden. And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But we see summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles or New York. So, Kenny, which is it?
Well, there's two aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, you know, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there could be a better quality of life. In a big city, you could be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and then the quality of life goes down.
Yeah, and the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis, you look at Durant and OKC, Westbrook, you can be as big a star in any market in today's game.
Harden outside. The Rockets with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Burks. And no good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Wall with it. Now Payton defending. And Wall kicks to Harden. Up pass to Wall. Got a piece of it. It's taken away by Payton. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good. Burks. Kenny, your career saw the expansion of the NBA. And so it's New York out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting it out the rim fast and getting up the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett Knox, or the wingman. Robinson is out there with Junior, and it's Payton in at the point guard position. Wall against Payton. Wall, good. Wall's got 5 minutes.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And it's Junior missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The feed to Robinson. Here's Junior. He's got 11. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Pass to Knox, back to Payton. Some nice passing by New York here. New York, no good that time either.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Harden's got 21 in the game.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Pass to Knox. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Goes back up. And that one's good, Junior. 13 points in the game.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Harden scanning the floor. And Harden hit the stuff.
Exceptional play from Harden. He has the poise to turn a bad situation into a good one.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Houston shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Maybe the league's most versatile player at the offensive end. Like, Harden is quickly moving up the all-time leaderboards in both points and assists.
Payton passes to Barrett, out to the right wing. Here's Junior, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Junior's got 15.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Here's Harden. And the layup is good. Harden's got 26 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Gordon's got a great ability to draw contact. You got to respect that. He's an aggressive scorer.
And it's the Rockets with the ball, trailing by 17. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Payton dishes to Junior. The pass to Toppin. And he can't bank that one in. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
The Knicks making a switch here. Spellman's checked in. Passes it to Toppin. Back to Payton. Now, here's Junior. Defended by Gordon. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Rockets trail by 13. Pass to Clemens. Here's the three. Cranes the three-pointer. Clemson's got 5 points in the quarter.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Toppin, no one around him, and he's good on the three ball. Toppin's got 20 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden out there with Wall. Then it's McLemore. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's House in at the 4 slot. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Knicks now. And the basket by Harden.
The weapons in James Harden's offensive bag are lethal, especially when he's firing on all cylinders.
Pass to Barrett. He dishes it to Junior. Down low. New York moving it around. Second chance effort. Spellman with the bucket. Spellman's got his first bucket of the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Wow, and Harden attracts so much attention from the defense. He creates shot opportunities for his guys.
Here's the pass to Knox. Now Junior, shot from the wing, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Harden the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Cousins getting the full enchilada there, folks. Got the hoop and the harm. Great poise and agility to get it up and down.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Barrett against Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on R.J. Barrett.
We know Harden's a magnet of drawing fouls. Opposing coaches and players sometimes complain about that.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
The Knicks leading by 9. Pass to Barrett. Robinson against Cousins. And a wide open look for Junior. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. That's 23 points for Junior. Wall looking it over. Over Payton. The Rockets with another miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Offensive rebound. Wood kicks to House. Back to Wood. 5 on the clock. They shoot again. Robinson with the block. They retain possession. They get it back. With 1 on the clock. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And so here is New York. Now here's Peyton. Feeds it to Barrett. Pass to Junior. Dishes to Robinson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. Rockets trailed by 11. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Junior the pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Wall passes to Wood. And finished off by Wood.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Peyton gets the bucket.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Always going up for the alley-oop here.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find it. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
To the inside, Junior misses from short range. And stolen by Junior. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Gordon's checked in for Danuel House. Barrett against Harden. To the middle. Here's Wood. And finished off by Wood.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
Pass to Barrett. Back to Peyton. Outside Robinson. Kicks it to Peyton. New York moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Junior. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Rockets trailed by 11. On the wing, Gordon. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Cousins, No one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight. New York calls timeout. They're in front by 8. There's 1:40 left in the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Junior. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. In the corner, it's Gordon. And Houston again with the bucket.
Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Now the pass to Knox to the paint. Here's Junior. That shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Wall, and he lays it straight in.
And how about the conviction to his craft? Wall has trust that his ability will shine through in big moments.
Passes it to Barrett. Now here's Junior. He started closer.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Outside, Wall. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Barrett against Harden. Pass to Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Knox the pass to Junior. That misses off the back. Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Quarter. Back to Wood. The 3 from Harden. No good from 3-point territory. Pass to Gordon to tie it up. Off target from downtown. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
forget it, they didn't believe me. Baby, I make it look easy. Calling and saying she need me. I know she see me with T.